Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lilo. It is time for our weekly recap of Married at First Sight. This is season 11, episode 12, and it was titled 1 Month Down and a Quarantine to Go. All right, y'all. Y'all already know I'm going to talk about that preview, but we're going to talk about that at the end. Because that preview, I was like, what the hell did happen? What went wrong? Like, what? So we're going to talk about that preview. I hope they just gassing it up. But anyway, this episode was between days 29 and 31. Day 30 was everyone's 1 month anniversary. I believe everyone, for the most part, got married on the same day. I think someone has said in my comments that everyone got married on, I'm about to say Halloween, Valentine's Day. So I think we just saw it in 2 separate episodes, but for the most part, I think everybody got married on the same day. Really quickly, because someone in my comments suggested that I do this, because I get a lot of views on these Married at First Sight videos, but I don't get the subscriptions. So if you would kindly hit subscribe and then hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And also, if you enjoy this review or recap, or you enjoy just looking at me, hit the like button. All right, y'all, let's jump into it. So it opens up how it opens up all the time, with everyone waking up, they're brushing their teeth, folding clothes and stuff like that. It was so funny because Henry was like, oh yeah, I think we're going to take like a little jog or, a little run and stuff. And Christina was like, no, we'll be taking a walk. He was like, yeah, a brisk walk sounds good. I was cracking up. I was like, Christina is me, because I run. You can run. I'll be power walking behind you. But anyway, we'll start with Amani and Woody, because that's how they opened up the show. They're making breakfast and stuff, and like they always, that breakfast looked good. It looked like he had some Cajun salmon and some some eggs. That looked good. And she was like, a mimosa is always a must, but the champagne getting a little expensive. So they're going to discuss their budget, because she wants to make sure they can financially support each other, which is awesome, because they're already talking about beyond the 8 weeks and moving in together permanently outside of the apartment, buying a house, stuff like that. So they were sitting down talking about their budget. They were going over like the date nights and stuff, because he wants to do weekly date nights, which nothing is wrong with that, but he wants to do like $150 date night, and she like, that's gonna be like $600 a month. He was like, I mean, yeah. She was like, we don't have to do it so expensive. Like, we can go to the movies, do this. He was like, you right. All right. So they was talking about, decreasing that amount. Then rent, I think he said $1,800 a month or something like that. Or then when it came to the shopping, child, he said he spent about $500 to $1,000 a month on shopping. I was like, damn, that's a lot. He was like, he can go into one store and buy some jeans and a shirt, and that'd be $500. I hope he was exaggerating, because that's a lot. So she was like, I don't know about that. We're going to have to discuss this or whatever. So I'm sure they're going to work it out. I don't think they're going to have any issues discussing or working out their budget and stuff. The same way, because he's talking about buying a house with a doggy door. And he was like, so the dog can come in and out or whatever. She was like, that dog won't be inside the house. He was like, as long as you keep the smell down. I was just like, yes, Amani, keep the dog in the house. I hate when people get dogs and then they just leave them outside. Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, that's so annoying. Anyway, just the same way she wore him down about that dog, she gonna wear him down about his shopping habits and stuff. But it's going to take a little work from her part, because he was saying, like, he makes the money. He can't be buried in the money, so he going to spend it how he wants to. That's what he said in his interview. But like I said, I'm sure they're going to work it out. Then we saw like a little scene with him going into the jewelry store, because remember, the 30 days, 1 month anniversary is coming up on day 30. I said 30 days, but on day 30 is their 1 month anniversary. So he's buying her a little, some earrings. He ended up buying her a little gift and stuff. So we see him doing that. They're having dinner. So day 30 is when we saw like the signs in the city where it was saying like this place is closed, wear your mask and stuff like that. So they are shutting down certain places. It doesn't look like it's a full quarantine just yet, because Bourbon Street still has some people on it, but not as many people, because Bourbon Street, like if you've never been to New Orleans, Bourbon Street be popping from sunrise to sunset back. I don't think it's sleep. Okay. So for them to show the street, and it's like only maybe like 6 people on the street, you can tell it's like slowly shutting down. So I think the restaurants were like shutting down too, because I remember Miles had said he wanted to take Karen to her favorite restaurant, but he couldn't because of the coronavirus. So Amani cooked dinner for her and Woody, so they're having dinner and stuff like that, and it's their anniversary. So she's saying that she's not in love yet, but she is connected to him in all types of ways, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all this stuff. And we saw a little bit, well, I should say, where you can tell a little bit where she wanted to say she loved him and stuff, where they had, the experts had sent the basket. So you know how they send like the wedding album, the vows, and some other little trinkets in the basket and stuff. And they're looking through it, and it was so cute. Like, I love the way, first of all, I love the way he calls her sweets, okay? I love the way he talks about her, like, my queen, she's so stunning, she's so beautiful. I love that. I love it. And it came to a part in the wedding book where he saw, the pictures and stuff, and she did look good, and their pictures look so natural together. They just look really good together. And he was like, oh, my wife, look, like kissing a book and stuff. It was too cute. And he sat back and was drinking his wine, and he turned to her and said, I love you. And that's where you could see a little spark in her, because she said she felt good to hear him say that he loved her, and she didn't have to bring it up or force it out of him or nothing like that. He just genuinely was just like, I love you, on his own and stuff. And you can tell what I could tell, or I could see a little bit, where it was like she wanted to say she loved him, but it looked like she was a little scared, so she didn't. So I'm sure, like, in the next episode, well, I don't know, y'all, because that next episode, we gonna get to it, but I'm sure she gonna say she loved him and stuff like that, because you could tell it's on the tip of her tongue, but she just kind of reserved and held back on it for whatever. I love their relationship. They go into the room, and he has the gift there for her, and she loves the earrings. And then he also had like some little love coupons for her, like massage, sex, breakfast, and like all these different things, date night, all these different things, child. And I was like, Woody, you ain't slick. These coupons benefit your ass too, because he had a whole bunch of sex in the shower, quickie, morning sex. I said, he ain't slick. But she liked it though, and she was like, how can I pile them up, like have a little sex in the morning, a little date night with a massage? That'd be a good night. So she said she gonna work on how she could redeem her coupons. But she did redeem the foot massage coupon, and let me tell you, he was massaging the hell out that goddamn foot, child. I said, woo, child. I think she cashed in another coupon that night too. But anyway, that was it for them. They are really cute. He gets her flowers, puts them in the refrigerator. Like, love that black love. I love them too. Nothing more to say. Oh, for the it was a meeting, and it was just between Amani, Woody, Miles, and Karen, and they were kind of just talking about, they were just catching up, because they're all friends and stuff like that. So they were kind of catching up on how the relationship was going, what they learned about each other in a relationship, and we're gonna get it out the way. Woody said he learned patience. Amani said she learned patience as well. And then Karen said that she learned that she's hard to read. I don't think Miles said what he learned, but Miles agreed that she was hard to read. And we're going to get into that. Because he was saying, like, what did he say? He said that she was looking cute or something, so he told her. But he had oiled himself down and stuff. I was just like, Lord. And she ain't say nothing. But he heard her later on the phone and was like, oh, yeah, my man's so fine and stuff. And he was like, I am, for real? And she was like, yeah, didn't I tell you that the other day? He was like, no. So he ain't pick up on the signs that she was looking at him like, you looking good like that or whatever. So that was pretty much it. And then the kicker, Karen and Miles had told Amani and Woody that they was going to foster a dog. Woody was like, oh, God, why the hell she say that for? They gonna end up fostering a damn dog. I'm sure about it. But that was pretty much it for Amani and Woody and meeting. That was the only meeting for tween couples. Next is Olivia and Brett. So they purchased some takeout or whatever, and Olivia is still not settled on the whole exchange they had the night before. So she still feels, or I should say the day before, she still feels uneasy about it. And she did mention that the night before that she wanted to talk to Pastor Kyle. So that's what they're going to do today or whatever. Brett is not as concerned or worried about what went down. He's pretty much over it, but she is not over it because it kind of meant more to her than what she expressed to him. So they're sitting down talking to Pastor Kyle, and she's basically saying that he acts differently on camera. It's a different Brett than what's on camera. So then we saw scenes of Brett off camera, and he was like asking her for kisses. They've been kissing. They're like real cuddly and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I wish they would show more scenes of them off camera so we can get a better look at how they are together, especially when it comes to the troubled couples, because we as viewers, well, I'm just say for myself, as a viewer, you're watching it and it's kind of like, well, damn, why are they together? Why they don't have no chemistry and stuff like that? So you seeing it on camera, but off camera, they were like lovey-dovey. They were cuddling together. They were just like chilling, watching TV. I'm not saying like the whole show should be, them off camera, but it should have more scenes of them off camera, if that makes sense. Or like, I know like Big Brother, like I know this was like a long time ago. I think I watched maybe season 1 of Big Brother, and then I was just like, I'm not interested. But I remember back then they used to have it like where you can look online at them, like a live stream or something like that. Maybe they should do that, but not like all day. I don't know. I just think they should incorporate more of those scenes, because that showed Brett in such a better light than what we see him as. Because on camera, like she said, he's real sarcastic. And off camera, she was like, he's loving, he's caring, he's thoughtful. Like, we don't really see that much. We don't see that side of Brett all the time. So just showing us that would be helpful. I don't know. What y'all think? So at any rate, he was saying like he doesn't see, because she was saying, I just hope he's in this for the right reasons and just not on, doing it because we on a TV show. And he was like, to just act like we're not on TV would be kind of hard to do, but I'm genuine in what I'm saying and stuff. And she's basically like, but what did he say? He said also, he also said that he wants to protect them or whatever. He doesn't want to, I guess he's trying to protect their image, I guess. But that's kind of the same thing she's saying. Like, you saving face on camera, you making it look like they're all lovey-dovey. Well, I don't know, making it look like everything is good, even though they have issues. And when they have issues and want to talk about those issues, then he just kind of politicians it or beauty pageants it or whatever, and doesn't really get down to the real core. And he was saying how he doesn't see that he does that. What else did he say? What did he say? Let me see. I think I wrote most of it down. He says off camera he's in a reserved space and he's trying to still get to know her, but he doesn't want it to be kind of artificial or whatever. So he's not trying to make it seem like it's artificial, but that's how she's taking it. And she was saying that she thinks he's genuine, but she doesn't know. She's uncertain. She doesn't trust him and stuff. And then he said something else. And then Pastor Kyle was like, well, do you believe him? She was like, no. So it's like he doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong. However, she does. And for him to, it didn't, at first it seemed like he was kind of closed off to the thought that he was putting on airs, I guess you can say, on camera versus off camera. But then like later on, he was like, okay, well, if I'm doing it, point it out to me when I'm doing it, basically. And then she also brought up the fact that he called her insecure because she was bringing up her feelings. And he said that he thinks when she does that, it's her way to get out of the relationship. And she's like, no, it's just me expressing my feelings so that you know, and that we can work on this situation together and stuff like that. So, did she say it comes off as mean, or was it him who said that? Oh yeah, he said sometimes the conversations come off as mean and stuff, and she was like, well, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being more stern, because if I don't be stern with you, I feel as though you just won't take it seriously or whatever. And then later on she asked him to work on his sarcasm, because his sarcasm comes off a little bit like he's not taking it seriously or whatever. So I think they kind of both worked it out. They both are afraid that, you know, they could lose each other, I guess, or the relationship won't work the way it is. So Pastor Kyle is basically like, don't let fear control the relationship. She said after they talked to Pastor Kyle, she felt a little bit better, which is good. I already told y'all she told him about the sarcasm. And then she said they just kind of need to work on their communication style and to maybe pause and then refocus, which is good. And he is open, because in his interview he says sometimes you got to accept your flaws and work on them. And he did ask her for her to trust him more. He was like, just trust me more. What I'm saying is genuine and I want you to trust me. I'm not giving you any reason not to trust me or whatever. So I thought that was really good. And then when they got their basket, on their anniversary, they just kind of watched the movie. Like they record, well, of course they recorded the whole show is recorded, but they showed them their part, their marriage part, and it was really cute and stuff. And he said that she could be the right person, so I thought that was really cute. I think they just need to kind of just work on how they communicate. She needs to call him out if she feels as though he's not being genuine while on camera. And off camera, I think he just needs to show her more of him or whatever, I guess. I don't know, because maybe she's not feeling, I don't know, because she said, I don't know, because maybe Olivia just need to let her guard down a little bit, because she did say that he was thoughtful, caring, and all these things off camera. So what is you not trusting about him? But I guess because he switches up. He does switch up. That's what she said. So maybe, I don't know, but she need to let her guard down and just take it how it is. And Pastor Kyle even said it's kind of normal to kind of tense up or be a certain way on camera and stuff like that. So hopefully she got that and heard that or whatever. So I don't know. But like I said, I wish we saw more scenes of Brett being lovey-dovey, because goodness. But I did catch when they was sitting on the couch and he had his arm around her and was rubbing on her shoulder or whatever. I was like, okay, I see you, Olivia. You ain't tensing up and stuff. So that's cute. Amelia and Bennett. Child. Ooh, that sister, child. So Bennett was meeting with his sister. And I'm not finna diagnose nobody. But yeah, that was a little weird with the duck. I was just... Because she actually ordered potatoes for the... Okay, first of all, when she came on there and she brought the duck, the duck or whatever, and she was like, the duck's been asking for about Bennett. He's missed Bennett and stuff. And at first I was like, oh, okay. You know, like sometimes people say inanimate objects or even like animals miss... Okay, that's cute and stuff. All right, I just gave that a pass. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna keep that in the memory banks. I'm gonna just give it a pass. But then when they were sitting at that table and she asked that duck, would he prefer bird seed because he ain't eat his potatoes? And then you look and it was a plate of potatoes for the duck. Okay. I just thought it odd. But I know I'm not the only one, so don't be coming for me somebody. That's not I know I was not the only one. And then when she asked that waiter for some damn bird seed, and then the waiter said he gonna check the back. Child, this ain't his first encounter with her. Just like, what in the world? But anyway, she brought her tarot card. She wanted to give him a reading. Basically, she thinks they're soulmates and stuff with the tarot card reading. And also, she was asking about, you know, how their relationship is and was he in love, what they're going to do for the first month anniversary. And he was saying, like, he wants to take her on a hike. He has all these little cute little gifts for her. And he doesn't really want to talk about the move because she brought up the move again. But he doesn't want to talk about it until it's a reality type thing. I think she asked him, was he possibly in love? And he did say that he was possibly in love with her or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And so that was their little meeting. And then Amelia had a meeting with her friend. And the friend was basically asking about if their passion was still there, because I think Amelia asked her about moving in with someone. I didn't really catch it, but she said, yeah, then the passion is there, but then the passion kind of fizzles out and stuff. And so she asked Amelia how their passion was, and Amelia was like, I think it's different because we're still trying to get to know each other, so the passion and the fuel and everything is still there. And Amelia is just happy. You could tell how she's just like glowing every time she talks about him. You can see how Bennett glows when he talks about her. So I mean, they are like two peas in one pie, and they are good. The friend was really happy for them, and Amelia said she's gonna be writing him a love song or whatever. I said, oh, okay, Amelia, you in love now, girl? Okay. So they go hiking, and he was recording and stuff, and then he showed, like, he was like, down here a little bit back there is where I told Amelia that I loved her. But, you know, she didn't really say anything back. And then she was like, I love you. Like, on the camera, he was like, for real? What? Like, he was all, like, excited and stuff. That was really cute. And then for their anniversary, he brought her a blender and, like, some little music thingy, or some weird thing that you can make music on. I don't know what it was. And she played the love song, and he was, like, all excited and stuff. And he loved the song. The song was really cute. And that was, I mean, and they went through, like, the wedding stuff. And I think they were reading their vows to each other and stuff. And it was, like, really, really cute. I like Amelia with short hair. I think it brings out her face more. Because in the interview, she had a short haircut, and it looked really cute on her. But that was it for Amelia and Bennett. They are really, I mean, it's nothing really to say. So if I left something out, I left something out, because there really is nothing to say about them. They was just like this. So whatever. Anyway, Karen and Miles, they had like a little, I think they were in the park for the most part. Were they in the park the whole, because you know, their editing be kind of off, y'all. So I don't know if they were in the park on day 29 or if it was actually day 30, because it looked like they had the same outfit on. They was still in the park on both days. But at any rate, child, they are in the park. It's like some tire swing. He sits her in it because he said, look, I can't get in that damn thing. So he sits her in it, he swings her and stuff. And then they had like a cute little moment. Then they did like 2 truths and a lie. And he said the loser has to do a dare or whatever. So he ended up winning. We found out a couple things about Karen. I think she was in a pageant and something else, child. I can't remember. But they both found out some stuff about each other. I can't remember. But Miles ended up winning. He said the dare is to get a tattoo. She already wanted a tattoo and stuff, and she was just like, oh, that's a big commitment. He was like, yeah, kind of like this relationship, because I'm committed for life or whatever. So she was just kind of like, okay. She didn't say nothing. She just smiled or whatever. I think they're getting along a little bit better on camera. I'm gonna say on camera, because someone did tell me, and I still ain't followed them. I meant to follow them, but someone said that Miles did a video or something, and was, because, you know, she probably gets a lot of hate in her DMs because of how they're portraying her on camera. That's why I really wish they would do like more off-camera scenes with the troubled couples, because I'm sure she's getting a lot of hits in her DM. You know, like, you need to do this because Miles is a good man, like all these things and stuff like that. So I think someone in the comments said that he got on camera and was saying like, she's really a good person. She does this, she does all these things for me and whatnot. And we have like a good relationship. So he was taking up for her on like camera. I'm not sure if it was Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, but somewhere he was taking up for her. So that's why I really feel like they should give us more off camera scenes or whatever, because it would just really put a better light to what we see on camera, especially with Christina. We'll get there in a minute. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, because he was saying like they're committed for life or whatever, or this is long term or whatever. I'm not sure what the tattoo's going to be. She wanted a tattoo, but I don't think she wanted it like as soon as what he was thinking. But then again, they can't really get no tattoo now anyway, or then I should say, because everything was shutting down. So she had some little time. Then we saw them sitting in the park, And that's why I said I don't know if it was the same day, because the way that they showed it, it looked like it was on their anniversary, but they had the same outfit on. So maybe it was the same day period, and he just gave her a gift ahead of time. He did say he wanted to take her to a restaurant, but the restaurant was closed, so he's just going to give her like a little meal at home, I think. And then he gave her like a little box, and it had a little love note in it, and then it had like a shirt that someone made, and it said it had like all the TV show couples, the best couples on TV or whatever like that, and she really liked it. And he asked her what was significant to her about their relationship. And I really didn't really catch it all that well, but I think she said that they were doing better and they were in a better place or something like that. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I missed it. But later on at the apartment, they were looking at the wedding book, and she says they still have a long way to go, but she is glad she did give Miles a chance. And I was like, and then they were reading their vows, and they look real cute. They look really cute in their wedding pictures too. Theirs look real natural again. I didn't say Amelia and Bennett, but Amelia and Bennett's pictures, of course, they look real natural. And I told y'all about Amani and Woody's. Theirs look natural too. Olivia and Brett's, did they show their wedding pictures? I don't think they showed their wedding album, so I don't know how they look. But I think for the most part they did look okay or whatever. But back to Miles and Karen. They were reenacting their vows and stuff like that, and she's saying that she's gotten more comfortable with him, which is good. So that was pretty much it for them two. Henry and Christina. That it, everybody? Yeah. Henry and Christina was the last ones. Let me just make sure, y'all, because I feel like I moved too fast. Okay. But Henry and Christina. So Kristen, Henry's friend, comes over to visit or whatever. I don't really like this girl, and I didn't like her from when she was at the wedding, and she said she didn't respect their marriage or their relationship or something like that. I really don't like her. But he trusts her because she's his best friend, and she's been there and all this other stuff. And he was telling her about the argument that they had and how Christina was about him saying that, you know, he didn't have a confidence and stuff. And she was like, well, do you think that was a passive aggressive dig at you or whatever? And he was like, well, I'm not sure. I know I'm not the easiest. I'm not the best communicator. I'm not this. I'm not that. He was listing off the things that he probably needs to work on in there, you know, to solidify or build their relationship and stuff. And she was like, well, I don't like how you just put all that in a negative connotation about yourself. So that means that you just took that comment negatively. That means that to me or whatever. And y'all are just two different people, and I don't see it kind of working out, because even she didn't have to speak to production that way, because I guess at the housewarming, production was asking them questions and stuff. And you know how Christina is, and I don't think she was on her meds at that time. But I mean, that's not an excuse. Well, it kind of sort of is, but not an excuse so much, but it is a reason. They asked her something like I guess to talk about the relationship more or something, and they was like, it's gonna be about 15-20 minutes. She didn't really want to force the conversation, because she like, I'm not finna be fake or phony, and no, like, this is stupid. That's what she said. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but maybe, I don't know, I don't see nothing wrong about it. I'm not going to be fake and phony. That's just not me. I'm not finna be fake and phony and have no fake and phony conversation just because you wanted to look good on camera. That's not what we finna do. Maybe she could have said it in a different way. Who knows? But Kristen didn't like the way she came off or whatever. And then she was like, I know that this situation is hard, but the way she just talked to production was really rude and disgusting and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you don't know the situation. You're not living with Henry. You don't know, like, how she's feeling. Have you been married at first sight with cameras and all this attention on you or whatever? Like, you don't know the situation that they're in. So you can't really speak on how she should feel. And I hate when people say that you can be frustrated. Like, you could be frustrated, you could be angry, or you could be annoyed or whatever, but it's just the way that I hate when people tell you how to handle your frustration and your annoyance. Like, just don't tell me how I can be frustrated. Like, no, like, shut up and get out my face. So that annoyed me with Kristen. And she was just basically telling Henry, like, y'all are so different. I don't see y'all working out. Like, what kind of shit is that? And because she was telling Henry, like, that's just the way you are. You don't need to change or whatever. And that's bad advice. Like, if your partner is telling you, like, they like these things, and if I'm telling you I like gifts or whatever, and you like, well, I don't like buying gifts because that's just not how I'm going to do, but your partner enjoys buying gifts, what's the harm in buying a goddamn gift for your damn partner? Like, what's the problem? So, like, you just can't say, oh, that's just the way I am. Like, if you really want this relationship to work, make a few changes. Talk. Christina asking for you to talk. Like, she asking you to tell her that she's pretty. If you think she's pretty, tell her she's freaking pretty. Like, what's the problem in that? I just don't understand. It's just like the little things. So he was just basically, and Henry, I really like the way he didn't really be like, well, maybe you're right. He said that he wanted to build on their chemistry. He wanted to do things to help build on their chemistry because he really wants to be in this relationship with Christina. You can kind of tell. Chris comes over, who's Christina's friend. And he came over with some food, and she was basically saying, like, she's all over the place emotionally and stuff. And he asked her, like, you know, how's things going since the housewarming? She was like, things have not really changed. Like, we're still sleeping in the same bed, but we haven't had sex. And he was like, well, I was going to ask you that. Like, what do you think the problem is and stuff? And she was like, well, I don't know. Maybe he's still kind of getting to know me. And then she did say, like, usually her exes, the first night they be having sex. Like, that ain't nothing to really, like, boast about, though. Like, did they really want to know you, or did they just really want your poom? Like, come on now. So he was like, he was saying, like, well, he's the director of something, healthcare. No, director. Shoot, he's a director or something, and he's like really like focused. Like, what do he say? He just sees her as risk, and he's just, you know, like taking the time to get to know you and stuff. And Chris brought up a good point. He was like, look, he doesn't do these things, so maybe you need to push him to do these things. What did he say? He said you need to provoke him in a positive way and just kind of initiate and let him kind of take the lead and stuff like that. He was giving her good advice. Take the lead, push him, help him get out his comfort zone and stuff, because she is scared that they have already been friend zoned and stuff. But my thing with Christina is, if you don't initiate stuff, you waiting for Henry to make the first move and all this other stuff. If you really want to jump his bones, or you really want to play footsie with him or kiss him or whatever, do it. Like, I don't think he's gonna be like, oh, get away. I think he's just waiting to be pushed. So I was glad Chris had said that. And then he was just like, because you was high premium rate. Like, basically, bitch, you high maintenance. I was cracking up. And then Christina later on did say that she needs to stop comparing him to her exes, because he is nice, he cares for her and stuff like that. So she needs to get out of that zone and make some changes on her own. And I was just like, good. They were looking over their wedding album, and she was making like little sarcastic jokes, saying like, oh, maybe that was a better time and stuff. And Henry is worried, like, are they really jokes, or is she like serious and stuff? And he says there's a disconnect, and he wonders what she wants. I was like, if you just don't ask her what the hell she want, like, god damn. And they looking through the book, and then she realized that they was really like kissing a lot and stuff. So, but I think she was initiating the kisses too. Like, oh, let's go in, let me go in and stuff. So she needs to do that again. Do that. You saw how it was when you was doing it, and it was like, do that. And then maybe he will get an inkling to kiss you back. Like, come on now. So they had like a little picnic dinner, and then she did ask him where were they at in the marriage, and he was like, it's forever changing. We have kind of our ups and downs, but he wants to, you know, continue to see where it's going to go. And he did mention like he was like, I'm different from other guys you dated, and that's not a bad thing. And she was just like, you're right. And she likes that and stuff. And that's what she said, she needs to stop comparing him. And she was like, we're going slower, and that's good, because I really feel like you want to get to know me, but I think we need to work on our communication because we're married and we need to talk. And that's, yes. And that was pretty much the end of Married at First Sight. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about the episode. I felt like it was good. It was really cute. next week, let's talk about it real quick. Okay. Did y'all see? I know y'all saw the preview. They on quarantine, and it looked like all shit didn't hit the fan with the couples, even the lovey-dovey couples. I said, what's going on, Amani and Woody? No. And who left? Brett went to his apartment, so Olivia in the house by herself. Who else, child? Christina looked like she was crying. I don't know if they was putting on, because I don't know. But she looked like she was crying. Olivia, Brett, I said them. I can't remember what happened with Karen and Miles. I think they was getting into like a little tiff. And who else? I'm forgetting something. I already said about Woody and Amelia. She going to Richmond? I wonder if it's Richmond, Virginia or Richmond, California. Because you know they do got a Richmond, California. Either place is far. Is there a Richmond in Louisiana? I wonder if it's a Richmond in Louisiana. If it is, maybe that's not as bad. But I know he said Richmond, so I don't know. I know it's a Richmond, Virginia, and I know it's a Richmond, California. I don't know if it's a Richmond in Louisiana. Hopefully it is, because he'll still be in Louisiana. But child, I said that's a hot mess. That episode looked like it's fitting to be good. And we're going to get the real deal, because there's not going to be any producers in there feeding them questions and all that other stuff. So I am looking forward to them being just on their own, with their own cameras, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one giving them questions, no one provoking, no one doing anything. It's just them. And I'm looking forward to that, because I think we're going to get the real deal versus what we've been getting. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about their preview. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this episode we just finished watching. If y'all like this review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I told you I was going to say it again. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching this video but not subscribed to my channel. And then hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.